You know, it's been so hot outside for the past few days. The kids are cooped up indoors. So to try and get them to shut down the computer and put down the video games and pick up a book. Sarah Nelson is the editorial director of the books at Amazon.com. And she's here to tell us what we may see kids reading and young adults reading this summer. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing very well. First of all, let's start with the young adults, because even though it may say young adults, some of us older adults like to read what the kids are reading too.
Right. Well, we saw, obviously, in the last couple of years or decade now, a lot of crossover of books that were technically young adult. The Stephanie Meyer vampire series, Twilight, and The Hunger Games, and even Harry Potter before that. This summer, we are very high in a book called Shadow and Bone, which is technically a young adult. We think it's going to have the same kind of crossover appeal. It's a battle of good and evil. It's magical, not Harry Potter magical, more atmospheric, more like a book that came out last year called The Night Circus, which was for adults. And we think and it's the first in a series coming out now, and we think that's going to be the next thing we'll be talking about.
Awesome. So what about for like the tween order? I see like Judy Moody and Dork Diaries there, and you can never go wrong with the Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Well, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a series, as you know, very successful. Judy Moody, similar in that they are books that are really good for readers who are just starting to get into reading. I mean, they know how to read, but they are not avid readers. They're heavy on the illustrations. They're heavy on the attitude. There's really a story, and there are really characters, but it's not a book that feels like homework. It's a book that has a kind of smart alecky tone that a lot of kids in the middle school years can identify with. And they tend to be, there's the Dork Diaries, there's Wimpy Kid. I mean, obviously these are all books that appeal to the oddball, the kid who feels he's an oddball. And I don't think I ever knew a middle school kid who didn't sometimes feel he was an oddball.
This is very true. What about if you want to inspire new readers? You know, kids might be getting a little tired with the computer and the iPad right now. So what about inspiring?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, I'm just, you know, old-fashioned, but I think a book like Charlotte's Web is a fabulous book, and you can read something new in it every time you read it. I read it a bunch of times as a kid, and I read it with my son, and he always saw it differently and brought up things that I didn't know about. So I think some of these Boxcar Children, they're terrific classics and a great place to start.
That's Some Pig. I remember that from Charlotte's Web.
Right.
What if, there's so many things that we can choose from, but if you go to Amazon.com, you always have a way of pretty much showing the best sellers, the best for age groups, and so on, right?
Right, exactly. At Amazon.com Kids, Amazon.com Summer Reads, Amazon.com Adult, yes.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.